because now it is time for Kururin with Mohoc. Take it away.
Yo, what's up everyone? I'm Mohoc, and this is Kururin on the Edobean event. I'm super happy to do this run. I've been speedrunning this game for 3 years now, and it's the first time it has made it in JDQ. So I hope you're hyped as well. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous because this game is kind of brutal, but I'll try my best to please you. But first, we have a bid war going on. We have to decide for the file name. So, who won the bid war?
All right. Your name is going to be LeCoin.
LeCoin! Let's go. Probably like the French host team. Shout out to them. So, maybe like this. Yeah, we'll touch upon the French community later on. Because it has a huge part in the history of this game. So, we'll be doing any %. So, I'll be going through the 30 main levels of adventure mode. This is normal difficulty. So, we can go in with a count of 5. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So after I skip this tutorial, there we go with the game. So as you can see, pretty straightforward. I'm this propeller, and I need to go from the blue zone to the yellow zone. If I hit a wall, I'll lose a heart. If I lose all my life, my propeller breaks and I have to redo the level. All right, and this could happen very fast, as you can see. So I'll have to be careful. Luckily, there's gonna be some healing zones here and there that's gonna make my life a little bit easier. And as you can see, the main gimmick in this game is that my propeller is constantly spinning around itself at the same rate. So if I'm not being careful, this kind of thing could happen. See, the propeller could get stuck between two walls, and I want to avoid that at all costs. So as a consequence, sometimes I'll have to wait like that. But you know, waiting is quite slow. All right, we're supposed to speedrun the game, right? So of course, I'm not gonna do that all the time. What we'll be doing for most of the speedrun is what we're not supposed to do, which is hitting walls. Because whenever you hit a wall, you get pushed back. And with this pushback, you can influence your rotation so that you can go through the levels much faster. I'm gonna try the fast route in the next level to show you this. Oh, I missed it. So let's try it again. That's 1, that's 2, we got it. Oh, we didn't, sorry. Debated. Okay. So as you just saw, the death can come very fast in this game, especially with damage boosting like that. So, and especially in the marathon run, so it's all about finding a compromise between going fast and still being safe enough so that you don't die really fast. As you can see, I can skip lots of sections of gameplay with this damage boosting. It's not the end of the story. You do have springs in this game, and they are the only way to switch between clockwise and counterclockwise motion, which is sometimes necessary, just like here. This is a bird. Hi bird. Bye bird. Yeah, so in the story, you're supposed to save the birds. That's your family. But this is any person, right? You don't have to save the birds. And I will actively try to avoid the birds. Because whenever I save a bird, I lose a second to an additional cutscene. So being selfish is rewarded in this game. Sorry, not sorry. By this point, you may have realized that there's a in-game time at the top left corner of the screen. But we're not using that in the full game runs, so you can just ignore it for the rest of this run. All right. It's going good so far. This level is a good example of how springs can be useful. Like, right here, I'll combine the spring and this damage boost so that I can go counterclockwise. And it's not intended, but as you can see, I can go through this level much quicker. All right. Still not saving the birds, of course. And yeah, you have 10 worlds and 3 levels per world. And we're already at the 4th one, which is Cakeland. And something you have to realize is that when you hit a wall in a safe zone, just like here, you don't take any damage. So I can influence my rotation for free. So whenever I can do that, I will do so that I can keep as many HP as I can. Because, as I said earlier, this game is really brutal. You never ever have a mid-level checkpoint. So if I'm 45 seconds in a level and I die, I lose 45 seconds. Of course, I hope it's not gonna happen, but it could. It could, just like in this level, which is 45 seconds long, conveniently. All right. So this would be a good time for donations.
Certainly. Have $10.10 from Nixiter. All aboard the train. Kururin is one of my favorite GBA games, and I'm so happy to see it at GDQ. Greetings from Germany.
Thank you, man. All right. So what you see here is a collectible. They change the color and the shape of the propeller, but they don't change the physics or the hitbox or anything. It's just for fun, so we're just gonna ignore them. All right. So what about the speed tech? Let's talk about speed tech. You have 3 speed levels, depending on how many buttons you're holding. If you hold both A and B, you go the fastest. But I'm not gonna do that all the time, because sometimes you have to wait. There's no other way around. And there's no point going fast when you have to wait. Like, the faster you go, the less precise you are. So this speed run is all about like knowing where you should go fast and where you shouldn't. Springs are back. You're gonna see a lot of springs here in this level. Again, using damage boosting right here. Skip these spring sections. There we go. At the beginning of this next level, we'll see how springs can be useful, not just to change the way you rotate, but also to speed up rotation, like that. As a whole, springs are really convenient because, of course, you don't take damage when you hit them. So it's really useful to know where all the spring locations are. But as everything in life, when you have too much of something, it's no more good. Like, this level is a nightmare, and I'm super glad it went well. It makes things so unpredictable. Speaking of unpredictable, you have 0 RNG in this game, like 0. This is really useful. Like, even with this, when you see moving objects, like these spike balls, it's still always the same cycle, so it's really convenient for speedrunning. I only have to learn one way to do every level. So if you paid attention, you might have heard some honks, and that's because you have some horns in this game, and that's not the only one. Whew! I made it while using the horns. It's super hard. Oh my god. All right, now let's go for some fast strats. This Kururin strat only saved half a second, but it looks so great that I had to go for it. Alright. But the one in the next level is gonna be much more interesting. It could save up to 10 seconds. It's a very hard trick, and that's much try, alright. Oh no! Jinxing myself. Like, I should just wait before I say that. Okay, no problem. Getting it twice in a row, just for the flex. Okay, so this just skipped half of the level. So that's why this skip was really important. I'm super glad it went well. Alright. Like, you have to realize that when you know the levels better, like by heart, it makes the level way easier. Like, you may have memories, like this game is super hard on anything, but trust me, if you know some of the fast strats, well, if I could get the one in this level. Okay, see, you just have to hold right, and it skips the entire level. Same in this next level, where I'm gonna skip a tricky spring section here with this shortcut, like that. But yeah, springs are back. Just like the devs had their heart on springs at some point. And now it's winter time. You know, winter, AGDQ, and everything. And it's also a pretty chill world, no pun intended. So this is a good time for donations.
All right, we actually have a $15 donation from Kaito Man that says, a little bit more than 1010, but I'm in on the hype train.
Yo, thanks for the donation, man. All right, so now it's time to talk about the French community. Because if you look at the leaderboard on spirit.com, you're gonna see 70 times, and 90% of them are from French people. And the reason for that is that this game was part of a French speedrunning event called Ultimate Decathlon, where you learn to speedrun 10 games within a few months. And like I was part of one of these events, and sometimes they feature lesson-known games, just like this one, and that's actually how I knew about this game, and I started speedrunning this game back in 2017. So yeah, shout out to Ultimate Decathlon, like their super awesome community, very welcoming. Yeah, by the way, they're still going on, and there's going to be a new season coming up real soon. Also want to give a shout out to my speedrunning team, like the Kitsune runners. Some of them are super good Kururin runners, like KTH and Fenright. They've been a huge source of inspiration because before I made it myself into the game. So thank you to all of you guys. And that's why you're a big reason why I'm doing this right now at GDQ. All right, coming back to the run. Well, for now, we've kind of played by the rules, all right? Of course, there was damage boosting and everything, but you know, you can go for something crazier in this game. Let's try to go out of bounds, all right? Let's try that. It could take me a couple, okay, first try. That's great. So yeah, I can go out of bounds in this game, but I'm not planning on going back in bounds. I have other plans. See? It's so much easier to do it like that. Don't worry, I'm gonna explain what just happened there. So basically, think about parallel universes. Just like in Super Mario 64. Like it's the same thing. Like, it comes from the fact how collisions are computed. I'm gonna do one here as well. So you have invisible duplicates all around, invisible goal zones, but also invisible walls. So I'll have to be careful when I'm maneuvering around. I would prefer to have 2 hearts here, so I'll have to go for damage boost. Plus buffer. Hopefully I could get it. If I don't get it, then it's fine. Okay, first try again. Yeah, so this is super tricky because you do have walls all around the goal zone. So I really needed the post buffer here. If you want some more out-of-bounds craziness, there is a 2-speed speedrun that was made by eShark and myself, and it's half the time of the RTA world record, like 6 minutes long. So it's worth a watch, in my opinion. So you might have not noticed, but I manipulated the cycles here. I intentionally hit the walls twice, so that the cannons would shoot too late to hit me. Unfortunately, this kind of manipulation is not really possible in this next stage, Ghost Castle 2. Like, it's just too long, so it's way too hard. Like, I would like to have one more part, let's go. Because this is like the longest and the scariest stage in the entire run. We're near the end. It's the second to last one. But I still have to be careful, because it's over a minute long. So remember, if I'm a minute in and I die, I lose a minute. So yeah, better be prepared. You could see this level as kind of the final boss of the run, because you have everything: cannons, spike balls, cylinders, springs. Like, You really need to know how the whole game works if you want to go through it safely. Okay. A few more cylinders to go through. Alright. Try to focus a little bit. 2 more. 1 more. And we made it! Let's go. Alright, but it's not over. There's still one stage to go through. Last but not least, there's Castle 3. And there is an out-of-bound strat, but it's very hard. I'll try to go for it 1 or 2 times, and if I cannot get it, then we'll just do the novel normally. Okay. Again, I'll be using a spike ball to push me in the wall. No, that's no good. I need a very particular orientation. Okay. Let's try that. Oh my god! Alright, time is coming up when you see goal appear on screen. And before that, let's honk a little bit more. And... time! Wow, that's sub 15 for you. That's like a really, really good run. All the out-of-bounds strats were first try, so yeah, I couldn't be more happy about this run. But there's one more conceit to go through for you, because remember, we forgot something in our way, the birds. Now let's see how many of them we found out of the 10. 1. You can actually go for a birdless run, but like we got the very first one, which is the trickiest one. But yeah, it's pretty like surprising that you would save time by not saving your family. Yeah, it's pretty funny to me every time I finish an 80% run. But yeah, if you want to see what happens when you save all the birds, then I will let you play the game for yourself and see what happens. So yeah, that was Kururin 80%. And I hope you enjoyed it. As my final word, I'm gonna say thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, and to all my French buddies, garde la pêche. See you, bye, guys.
Amazing job. Coming up next, ooh, you guys like cats? I like cats. Coming up next is gonna be Super Cat Bros with Mr. Uppercase T. Make sure you stay tuned in for that. I just wanted to give a reminder that we do have a couple of incentives going on. The next game will be for the Katana Zero. The first one is going to be for, well, petting the cat. Who would not want to pet a cat? And that's the perfect timing since we're going to be having Super Cat Bros. Basically, right now we need 30,000. We're at 5,891, but we still got a lot of time before we get towards that, so make sure you send in those donations for that. We also have to upgrade to hard mode, so if you want to see the game play on hard mode, basically we only need 10,000 for that, and we're 2,966. So if you want those incentives to get met, go ahead and start donating right now. We have a $25 donation from the Woof72 that says, donating towards Link's Awakening. Here's hoping we can hit the incentive. Thanks for another great event. In Parkisk donates $40 that says, one last donation for my favorite GDQ yet. I got to enjoy much of it with friends, introduce new people to it, and raise money for a great cause all the while. Good luck to the remaining runners, and can't wait to see that Metroid run. And we're gonna go ahead and throw to a Twitch ad. We'll be right back, guys. And welcome back, everyone, to Awesome Games Done Quick, benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. I'm Edobean, and I am your host for this short little game. We have a $10 donation from Patrick86 that just says, thanks for the great content, and thank you for your donation. Cooper Smash Brothers, thank you for your $50 donation. I haven't had much time to watch GDQ this year, so I'm glad I caught my favorite game of last year.